Guys, your mother doesn't know who you are completely.
It's true.
I want to be the Pied Piper for people to be more insular with their decision making. That's it.
What does that mean?
Not mom's opinion, not dad's opinion, not your girlfriend's opinion, boyfriend's, best friend, random people on social media, acquaintances, idols, people you admire. You for you. You for you. At this moment.
Yeah, but they're not, people don't know themselves that well, I feel like.
Great. But even if we,
time.
I think that's a great point. I think that a lot of times I've historically taken things for granted that I was gifted DNA-wise. I am only palpable because I have self-awareness. I have such an extroverted personality that if I didn't have good parenting and have a level of equal humility to that, competitive spirit, audacity, confidence, I'd be tougher to consume. But even recognizing that some people on first impact will not consume me well allows me to be thoughtful about my adjectives, my words, how I navigate. I agree with you. But if I'm the Pied Piper of only for you, inevitably the next chess step is for us to start talking more about self-awareness.
Right.
Do you feel like there were moments in your life where you were able to make bigger leaps in your self-awareness, realizing what you actually cared about so that other people can hear what those are and then look at them for themselves?
Yes, I think when I started putting out wine content and later business content, my inherent intuitive understanding that I need to read all the comments created a very intriguing internal understanding versus an external understanding, even though I was consuming external feedback. By seeing myself through other people's eyes, pro, con, and indifference, it started challenging myself to even have more of an interpersonal, inner voice conversation. And I also have an ambitious streak in me. I have an enormous ambition to be liked. And if you care about that, then you inevitably, it's this very big contradiction where I desperately want to be liked, but at the same token, actually don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. And in that constant tension has created a practice of self-awareness.
But you have to care a little bit what somebody thinks. Like there has to be some level of giving.
I respect what people think because it's their opinion.
Right.
But I could never make a decision of my life based on somebody who has no idea who I am. Guys, your mother doesn't know who you are completely.
It's true.
This is very true though, right? Like if you think about it, right? Like you take the 5 to 7 people that you are closest to on earth, and then there's a bunch of people in the room right now. If you really do this is super interesting to me, and you actually think about what they don't know, how the hell is a friend or an acquaintance or a random comment gonna know what the hell, and that's it. That's real life to me. And so how in the world, in a world where I know that to be true, can I let somebody else dictate my decisions? Because they're not dealing with all the information. They're just not, and by the way, the people closest to you usually have some vested interest in what you're doing, financially, emotionally, to brag about, and so they're giving you bad data. Your parents are giving you bad information because they care about what they're telling their sister about you, what they're saying about you at the country club, what another alpha mom in the neighborhood's gonna post on Instagram about you if you do this thing. They're insecure too.
Right. Have you ever looked at a commentary about what you're doing, either good or bad, and thought, I'm taking that to heart, even if it's something?
Of course. I love feedback. I just don't blindly, I take pieces of it.
Right, you just want to decide what you agree with.
Somebody's comment on my Instagram post is based on 1 minute of a clip of a conversation. They don't have the full context of even that conversation, let alone me as a human. So I have to take it with a grain of salt. But it doesn't, just being insular doesn't mean you become delusional and become so self-centered that you can't hear feedback.
Right.